Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about this ambition transfer window that Barcelona want to have. Deco and Joan Laporta are working extremely hard to make sure that this transfer window is as strong as it could possibly be. Barcelona have huge expectations for the next season, with many players coming through the ranks, Hansi Flick being appointed. We also see our competitors like Real Madrid in La Liga. They're going to be having Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius, Endrick, Arda Güler, Bellingham. They're going to be a really strong team. Barcelona, on the other hand, are doing their work. They have a great ambition target that they do want to reach, and that target is they want to sign Nico Williams and Dani Olmo. So it's not just either Olmo or Nico Williams, it's both players. It says here, according to Gerard Romero, that Joan Laporta asked Deco last weekend to do everything possible to close the signing of Nico Williams and Dani Olmo. This is the reason why Deco met with the agents of Olmo on Tuesday and met with the agents of Nico Williams on Wednesday. There were advancements that were made in both meetings. Deco is working extremely hard, and they believe that sportingly the best way to move Barcelona forward is to have Olmo and Nico Williams into the team. These are two players, my friends, who won the Euros together. I think that something clicked in Hansi Flick and Deco together, and they said, you know what, this team that Spain is assembling, that was led by De La Fuente, we need to have a grasp of this success. Dani Olmo can work very well with Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Nico Williams, and other players. And recently, about 2 or 3 days ago, Olmo did speak to the media about what he believes could happen in the very near future, and he made it very clear that he spoke to his agents and he said that he doesn't want to play football somewhere else next season, but at the moment he does not even know where he could be playing at. So this is what he stated, and I quote, "The people who deal with these matters already know what I want. What I want is to be in a place where I am valued, and the most important thing is for me to win. I'm very ambitious. We have also won titles at Leipzig, and the club knows how ambitious I am. It is always nice to be associated with big teams." Then the reporters asked him, well, what about FC Barcelona? And this is what he stated: "There are several options. The people who manage my affairs know exactly what I want and what I said." And so at the moment, there has been links between Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City. If you go look at the pages of City, Bayern, and Barcelona, right, the fan pages out there on Instagram and on Twitter, you can see that many accounts are claiming that Dani Olmo is very close to signing with their respective clubs. So Dani Olmo is wanted by the top European clubs as of now. Barcelona is just one of them. And what do I believe Barcelona makes so special out of Bayern and City? I think that if you bring Dani Olmo to Barcelona, he's already going to know exactly how to play with his teammates. If you move him to Bayern, yes, of course, he's going to be having that German league experience. But Dani Olmo also knows how to play at Barcelona because he was raised through the academy. Yes, we can also say that Dani Olmo could go to City and how it could be a perfect fit because Pep Guardiola is there. They play the football that Barcelona strive to get to. There's also a spot for Dani Olmo to fill in, which is the central attacking midfield position at City. And so this is the reason why these three clubs are very strong options for Dani Olmo. All of them are a win for him. But as a Barcelona fan, and for the rest of us here, of course, we all want to see Dani Olmo wear the Barcelona shirt. Now, I get it, right? I understand that maybe there is some Barcelona fans that may not want Dani Olmo, and I completely understand. I don't necessarily believe that you are a bad person or you're in the complete wrong of not wanting Dani Olmo, because of course, when we talk about Olmo, he is somebody who can play as a 10 within a 4-2-3-1 system. We have so many options in the 10 position, like Pedri, like Gundogan, even Fermin Lopez, three players that we do value a lot. But let's also remember, Dani Olmo does not just play as a 10. At his time at RB Leipzig, he has been playing everywhere, from being a second striker to a left winger to a right winger to also a 10, sometimes even as a lone striker. Dani Olmo can play in all of those positions. How valuable could that be for a team like Barcelona? So when we talk about how could we fit Gundogan, Pedri, Fermin Lopez, and Dani Olmo all together in the number 10 position, again, let's remember, Olmo can play on the right wing. He can provide coverage for Lamine Yamal or coverage for Nico Williams or Rafinha or anywhere in the 10 position. Let's also assume that we play in a 4-2-3-1 system. He can play everywhere in that attacking three. If we go into the 4-3-3 system, which I believe Hansi Flick would also implement, he can play in the front three on the right wing, striker position, or on the left wing, or even play as a central midfielder, which could be either of the two spots within the 4-3-3 system. I also strongly believe that the reason why they're also eyeing Dani Olmo is because they see that Joao Felix may not continue at Barcelona. Let's remember that Joao Felix is a player that Barcelona do want, but they see his price tag as just too unjustifiable. It has been reported not too long ago, maybe even yesterday, that Atletico Madrid are asking for 60 million euros for the player. Do you really think Deco, Hansi Flick, and Joan Laporta are going to be saying yes to 60 million euros for Joao Felix? Is not justifiable. Can Barcelona spend 60 million euros? Yes, of course they can, but why would they do that to somebody like Joao Felix who has not even justified his price tag? Atletico Madrid are asking for horrendous numbers. Yes, is true. Dani Olmo is going to be costing around that range, around 60 to 65 million euros. Barcelona don't have a problem spending that amount. It's just that they want to spend the 60 million euros or more in a effective way and at least make it justifiable. I would choose Olmo over Felix any day, and I believe that Deco, Hansi Flick, and Joan Laporta understand that. Olmo is somebody who has more chemistry with the players, has better understanding of Barcelona's football. Olmo can also play on the right wing, which is huge for Hansi Flick. Felix cannot do that. Olmo has the DNA and he's very effective in front of goal, and we saw that at the Euros. He came up huge for the match against Germany, came up huge for the match against France. Olmo would be a phenomenal signing that would give us a lot of depth and would help the team in terms of reinforcements in all areas. I continue to say this. Every club, and especially with Barcelona, do go through a total of 55 to 60 games. Not all of our favorite players are going to be there in every match because they will encounter injuries, and that is where Dani Olmo can step in. If Yamal gets injured, Olmo can come in. If Pedri or Gundogan do get injured, which happens a lot, especially with Pedri, Olmo can step in. If Nico Williams gets injured, either Rafinha or Olmo can also step in. Barcelona would be completely covered. I don't see any complaints about Arda Güler at Real Madrid right now. They know, and Real Madrid know, that having Arda Güler as a backup is huge for them, even though he might not be getting a lot of playing time. But Real Madrid do know that eventually he will, because Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius are not always going to be there. Barcelona have to do the exact same thing, and I think that going to the Dani Olmo route is a positive one. Is there also complaints about Barcelona not signing a DM? Of course there is, right? Of course, I'm a little worried about Barcelona not signing Mikel Merino, but let's remember, we do not know how Hansi Flick does see the CDM position. Maybe he does see it as a completely covered position because of Christensen, because of Frankie, because of Gavi, and because of Casado. And those are going to be questions that needs to be answered as soon as possible, and hopefully we get to see his game plan by the end of July when the preseason does start. Moving on towards the next conversation, and I do want to speak about Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has now taken the number 19 shirt at Barcelona following Messi's footsteps. It is clear that Lamine Yamal has a new role at Barcelona. He is going to be starting, he is going to be relied on, and he is going to be taking a first team number. The number 19 shirt was worn by Lionel Messi back in 2005 through 2008. Previous players like Sergio Aguero, Patrick Kluivert also wore it a few years ago. Yamal has really came a long way through the Barcelona youth academies, making his senior debut at the age of 15 years old back on April 2023, and he previously just wore the number 27 shirt. In the past few weeks, there has been speculation about Lamine Yamal taking on Messi's previous shirt number at Barcelona, which was the number 10 shirt, and taking it away from Ansu Fati, because we saw Ansu Fati join Brighton. He has not really done well at Brighton, and now he's returning at Barcelona. We don't know if he's going to continue or not, but no, Lamine Yamal is going to be taking the number 19 shirt that is also taken from Vitor Roque. Vitor Roque wore the number 19 shirt in the 2023-2024 season. So right now, if anything, what seems very uncertain is not Ansu Fati, but Vitor Roque at Barcelona. It does seem like Barcelona is considering on loaning out Vitor Roque to another top Spanish team to get more playing time and to adapt to the league. So Lamine Yamal has scored 7 goals and provided 10 assists in the past 51 appearances for FC Barcelona, also made 14 appearances for Spain, with 7 of them coming from the Euros. He scored an amazing goal against France in the semifinals of the Euros, and he also won the Goal of the Tournament award. He also provided an assist in the final against England that helped Spain win 2-1. And so that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.